This is Jack Lieber showing you a quick demonstration of how to farm the Heroic Exp dungeons. We start with Cloud's record materia. It doesn't need to be Cloud in your party, just anyone who can use a sword to get the buff from the attack damage. So you can choose anyone to be your high damage attacker. I'm using Cloud, but you can use anybody who uses swords just to take advantage of the soldier strike. So we'll go into his equipment now. You want to equip the highest attack damage stuff you have. Most people who play during the Festival of Gold will have the Zantensuken sword. It's probably going to be your highest one if you haven't pulled anything else lucky. Otherwise, I just put attack damage gear on them. The other guys, I just threw the highest defense gear they had. Doesn't really matter, they're just going to be attacking Cloud for his retaliate, so it doesn't matter. Threw some mind stuff on the red mage just in case he had to use Kiraja. Going into abilities, you need Cloud to have retaliate, that's the whole build. I threw Drain Strike on him just in case he gets damaged. He can take some of the weight off the red mage for the healing. Doesn't matter, you don't need anything else. Equip as many double cuts as you have. I only have 2, so I gave them to 2 of my characters. Whatever, if you have more, equip more. If not, don't worry about it. You want to equip Boost because that's going to get your attack stat that much higher, so you can make sure you're killing things with 1 or 2 shots. And I threw on some healing just in case. None of the characters I want to level can use Protectga, or else I would have equipped that. But getting into the dungeon here, go into Heroic. You're going to be farming for those extra eggs too, so try to clear all 3 levels rather than just do the first level and quit. Make sure you take in a Tyro Sentinel Grimoire with you as your friend summon, because that's going to protect you for 2 rounds. Depending on the level of your guys, you might not have enough survivability even with that, especially if you bring level 1s in. They're just going to die, so you're going to have to stop load a couple of times. But hopefully you just kind of get lucky with your hits and that doesn't happen. So right off, Red Mage is going to use Sentinel's Grimoire, Cloud's going to put up Retaliate, and we're going to use Boost. After that, everybody's just going to attack Cloud. If you don't know exactly how it works, it's like Reflect in the old Final Fantasy games. Any physical attack instead of the magic attack on Cloud is going to miss, and he's going to counterattack. Rather than counterattack whoever hit him, he's going to hit the enemy. When you double cut, you get 2 counterattacks for 1 action, so it brings your actions down to make sure you get the champion medals. If you happen to double attack and it kills something, the next counterattack will go through to the next round, as we just see. Once you kind of buff everybody, all you're going to do is attack. So Cloud's just going to attack, and everybody else is going to attack Cloud. Double cut when you can. Electrostatic miss there, so that was good. I'm really lucky here, nobody's taken any damage so far. There you go, we're into the next round. We're going to carry over a little bit of damage again from the counterattack. Do another double cut. Hopefully get in before they attack us. Looks good. That's basically it. I'm going to play through the other 2 rounds just so you can see. Some people say you can just quit now and start over and just do the first round over and over again. If you're using other abilities to get through the rounds, then maybe you'll do that. But you get 3 eggs worth 10,000 experience each if you go through the whole thing. Seeing as clearing one of these for 15 stamina is going to get you about 60,000 experience. Doing it 3 times is going to get you another 30,000 experience, so I don't know, I think it's worth it to try to get through all 3 if you can. Okay, the one thing about these Crew Dust guys is they can do an AoE blind. You don't really care if they blind anybody on your team other than Cloud. So you want to watch out for the blind. That right there, it missed Cloud. If it blinds everybody else, you don't care. So setting up the same way here. You set up Retaliate, you set up Boost, you set up the Sentinel's Grimoire. I didn't get the Sentinel's Grimoire off. Doesn't really matter, as long as you're not taking damage. You can skip it, I guess, or at least stop load if it happens to not hit and you take some damage. I'm not even going to bother with it now. Everything's going pretty well. You might find that one of the characters that's really low on hit points is going to take a few shots and die. especially if you bring in level 1s, so you're going to have to stop and load. You can kind of expect to do that anywhere between 1 to 3 times, depending on how lucky you are. I've been lucky so far, gotten through 2 rounds here without having to do it at all, so that's good. $70,000 experience that time. If you do bring a level 1, you're going to find the first round's probably going to take him to level 14. The next round will bring him to level 17, the next round will bring him to level 20, and then it'll slow down from there. So that's kind of what you can expect if you bring in a level 1 character and get through all 3 rounds. As long as they survive, you're going to get to 20. So we got boost going on, we got Sentinel's Grimoire going on to protect us. Oh, that's the end of that one. So we're going to stop load because we lost a member. Doing so well, got through 2 rounds. So we're going to reload this battle, we're going to have to start over, reset our buffs because this was the first round. I'm not even going to bother waiting for the buffs. My attack's high enough that 2 attacks is going to kill him no matter what, so it doesn't really matter if I wait for boost. And even with Sentinel's Grimoire, I think my guy's just going to get a 1-shot. If he's going to die, he's going to die, so I'm not even going to bother. So you can see you can do this with minimal gear. All you need is 1 good sword, and you don't even need that. It's just to take advantage of that Wreck Materia Soldier Strike. If you have another high attack weapon, you can just do that. Try to get through without dying anymore, so I don't need to stop load again. So this is basically it. You've seen it all. You can expect to get anywhere between 50 and 70,000 experience per round, depending on the enemies you fight. So it's a pretty good chunk of experience gained, and you can take a pretty low level team in as long as you have 1 high level guy that can use Retaliate, which is Cloud, Sephiroth, and Tyro, I believe, are the only ones right now, so you need somebody with Samurai. So thanks for watching. Again, I'm Jack Lieber. See you in the forums. If you have any questions, leave them in the post and we'll get back to you. Champion, which I've already got, but there are those 3 eggs that you'll get every completion, so try to make sure you get those every time as well if you can. Alright.